Okay, we're moving on today again with differentiation, and I'm going to go through simple examples for you to help you. So I'm just going to do two of them. So I'm just going to do question I, the last one, and I'm going to do question O for you. Right. So looking at question Y as an example, I've got 1y equals to 1 over x squared bracket 5 plus 3x. Now, when you get questions like this, the first thing you need to do, you need to open the bracket. Right, so you're going to need times 1 over x squared times this and 1 over x squared times that one. Okay, so putting that one aside, I've got 1 over x squared and I'm timesing that by 5. Now, when you're timesing by a whole number, you can always put 1 at the bottom. Then you do the top, 1 times 5 is 5, and then x squared times 1 is basically x squared. Okay, and then we said earlier that all you need to do is to bring the x squared at the bottom, at the top, it becomes minus. Okay, so x squared can be brought at the top, it just becomes minus as a power. Okay, then doing this one here, timesing 3x by x squared, I've got 1 over x squared, and we times it by 3x. Okay, again, you can put this over 1, so then they are both fractions. Then you do 1 times 3x, which is 3x, and then you do x squared times 1, which is basically x squared. Now, when you get to this point, you now need to simplify this. This 3x, you can look at it as 3 times by x. And then this x squared, you can look at it as x times by x. Now, you are allowed to cancel here. So this x is going to cancel off with that. So your answer is going to be 3 out of x. Now remember 3 out of x is the same as 3x to the power of 1. Being a minus because you bring the x at the top. If you bring the x at the top, the power 1, which is here, becomes negative there. So this is going to be what I will need. And this other one here is what I'm going to need. Okay. So I've got y equals to 5x to the power minus 2. And this one here, and of course it's plus between them. So 3x to the power minus 1. In other words, if you expand this bracket, this is what you get. Then from there now, you now differentiate. So dy dx, you differentiate. So negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. This negative 2 goes to negative 3 because it goes down. And then do negative 1 times 3, which is going to be negative 3. And then the power, again, this one here goes down to become negative 2. Okay? So this is the answer to that. You can also then bring the power down, the x down. The power just becomes positive. So this negative 3 becomes positive. And then this x, the power minus 2 here, becomes positive as well at the bottom. So that is the answer to that. Okay, so this one here. Maybe you might just want to pause the video now and try them before I go over question O for you. So pause the video and try this quickly. Okay, so we hope you've tried that. I'm just going to pick question O for you like I promised to do very quickly before I show you the answers to the other ones. Okay, so I'm going to do question O for you before I show you the answers to the other ones. Okay, just let me just take this one first. Right, so I'm going to try question O for you. Okay, so question O, y equals to 1 over x plus 3. And we are timesing here by 2 over x minus 5. Right, so first you're going to need to take this 1 over x and times them by this, right? And then you're going to do 3 by the same thing. Right, so we're going to start 1 times x. 1 over x times by 2 over x. That's going to be equals to 2 over x squared. Okay, so this one here times by that one here is going to be equal to this one. Now, if you do 1 over x times by 5, now you should notice that that now basically becomes, that should become what? It should become 5 over x. We've done this one, so that should be very easy. So 1 over x times by 2 over x is this, and then 1 over x times by 5 is this one here. Okay. So now I can just put my answers up. So I've got 2 over x squared. This is minus, so that's going to be minus. So minus 5 over x. Let's finish with this. Now I'm going to do this. Okay. Now 3 times 2 over x is easy. That's going to be plus 6 over x. And then 3 times minus 50 by minus 5 is going to be minus 50. Now, once you've done that, all you now need to do is to simplify. Okay. All you now need to do is to simplify now. So I'm going to now pick this one and simplify this. So all you need to do is to bring the x's at the top, they change the sign. And that's going to be that to the power minus 1. And that's going to be, I mean, what we could have done actually is to simplify this first. We can put this together. Okay, so we can take that one off and put that together first. Now, this is negative 5 plus 6. Negative 5 over x plus 6 over x. Now, you think of this as fractions. Think of these two as fractions. So I've got negative 5 over number plus 6 over the same number. If the numbers of the bottom are the same, we just add or take away the top. So this is negative 5 plus 6, which is going to be negative, which is going to be positive 1. Right? So negative 5 plus 6 is positive 1, all divided by x. Okay? Minus 15. And then, of course, we can carry on simplifying first, bringing the x's up before we differentiate. That's going to be x to the power minus 1. Now, remember, this one can be in front here. We don't need to write it. This x comes minus at the top. Now, differentiating that, we got dy over dx. So this negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. X to the power of 3 because it goes down by 1. And then we're going to get negative 1 times 1 is going to be minus 1. And then x, the power goes down by 1. And then the constant here, this number just disappears. Right? So you can leave your answer in that form, or you can bring the x's down so then the powers become positive. Right? So that's how to do this. Now, I've just noticed that I forgot to put the answers. So hopefully I've done question, because I've done 2 questions here for you, you should be able to confidently do the other ones, okay? Right, so that's going to be the end of this.